Three factors that define your A-level and university grades. In this video, I'm going to be explaining those three factors and explain to you why these factors are very important and how it could be the difference between a C grade and an A-star grade, a 2-2 and a first class. So the first one that I have is preparation. Okay, what is preparation? Listen, if you think you can do things last minute and then achieve the grades, you are delusional, especially when you're going into the realm of A-level and university. It's very different compared to GCSE, okay? So if you're trying to think, okay, I'm gonna, work so hard in the last month and try and cram everything in, no, it's not gonna work because it's just too much. The person that is most prepared always wins in the end. What are you doing for preparation? Have you asked yourself this? This is why a lot of the videos that I'm making, if you watch the videos, it's to get you 2, 3, 5 steps ahead so you don't have to worry about it when the time comes. A lot of people leave everything last minute. They are not prepared. They do not have an organization. They do not have like a timetable. They do not have a way of, okay, today I'm going to be doing this. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing this. Habits, all these kind of things, they don't do it. They only do it last minute when they really need it. But you have to ask yourself this question. If you're going to university, if you're going to do your A-levels and you are not prepared, why are you doing it in the first place? What's the point? Okay, now you might be saying, oh, I'm being made to do it. Okay, fine. If you're being made to do it, then find something else to do. But you're not, right? Because you're living under your parents' roof. So it's interesting, right? Because the reason why I'm saying this is people always find an excuse. People always want to complain. But if you're really in this and you really want to get the good grades and the best grades, you have to be prepared. So if your exams are coming up in December, if your exams are coming up in June, for example, what are you doing to prepare for that time? So each month, do you know what you're going to be doing? Do you know what you're going to be covering? Preparation is key. The most successful people are always prepared. They're always 2, 3 steps ahead of the game. You see, when I teach maths, so when people come to me and I teach them maths, they say, sir, Vidush, like you're so ahead of school, like, we're not even covering these topics. And I'm like, of course I am, because I'm not going to wait for your school to cover this. My mind is already 5 steps ahead. So by the time your school is covering these maths topics, we're so far ahead. For you, that would just be like revision. So for me, even me, I'm always looking into the future. I'm always trying to like, okay, 5 steps ahead. I'm not looking at, okay, this current state right now, which is what most people do. So you got to be prepared. Make sure you understand how to prepare as well. So what that means is, okay, if you know the exams are coming up, like I said, in December, June, how much revision do you need to do? How much kind of understanding of the topic do you need to do? How many questions do you need to do? All these come under preparation. But as long as you have an idea of, okay, this is the amount of questions I have to do, this is the amount of revision that I need to do. Everyone is different, by the way. That is you being prepared. And when you start putting that stuff in a timetable as well, and you're doing this day in, day out, that, my friend, is preparation. The second factor is consistency and work ethic. Now, I put these two together because they do go hand in hand. Look, you're going to have people that are more talented than you. You're going to have people that are more gifted than you. There's nothing you can do about that, okay? Sometimes, naturally, unfortunately, these people have better genetics. These people have a better brain, whatever you want to call it. Yes, they're more talented than you. But you see, most people, when they see that, they give up and they think, oh, he's smarter than me. Oh, she's smarter than me. So you know what? There's no point of me doing the work because you know what? They're still going to do better. No, you're copping out. That's a cop out. That's you being weak. Why do you even care about the other person? What are you doing in your own life with your own ability for you to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to try. I'm going to give it my all. I'm going to push and see where I can be, where I could potentially get. What are you doing? This is the thing, right? If you're able to be consistent, right? Consistency and hard work beats talent any day of the week. Just remind yourself of that. Consistency and hard work beats talent any day of the week. Of course, if that talent is willing to work hard as well, then okay, you're gonna lose. But that doesn't matter. Do you know why? Because that person is talented, is better than you. But that's fine. That doesn't mean you're a failure, right? Even with me, for example, like if you tell me like to write things or in English or even I guess even speaking, I believe for me, I'm not that great. Okay, I'm not that great. Like I know there's a lot of other people that are better than me when it comes to English, when it comes to other subjects. But maths is one of my things that I'm very strong at and I'm good at. Fine, I'm focusing on that. I don't care about the other things. I don't care about my weak stuff. Why do I need to care about that, right? So if I find my strength and if I know, okay, I'm good at this, I'm going to put the work ethic. I'm going to be consistent. It's like this, right? For example, if you're going to go to the gym to lose weight or gain muscle, you can't expect to gain muscle or lose weight within the first 2 weeks. It doesn't work that way, okay? It has to be an everyday thing, your daily habits. How many days are you like working on this every single day? How many hours are you putting every single day? Consistency, you'll see, it always compounds in the end. At the beginning, you'll probably not see any results. When you're revising, when you're studying, you're probably not seeing any results. But as you're doing and you're ticking it every day, okay, I've done this, eventually it's going to compound. So you have to understand that for you to get anywhere, for you to get the good grades, you need to have consistency. And also ask yourself this question: how can you expect for you to get good grades, the A stars and the first class in A levels and university, when you're not even being consistent? When you're saying, okay, I'm going to work, 2-3 hours Monday, and then I'm going to, party or just hang around on Tuesday and Wednesday, and I'm not going to do work. You're not going to get anywhere. You're being delusional. You're living in cuckoo land, right? You can't expect to say, oh, I want to get A stars, but then you're not willing to put the consistency. You're not willing to put the work ethic. What is your work ethic like? What is your consistency like? Have you asked yourself this? How many hours am I putting? How many days am I working towards these subjects? How many actual effort am I doing every day? Are these efforts compounding? If I have my calendar, can I put all the ticks here that I'm saying, oh yeah, I've worked. And by the way, when I'm saying I've worked, I'm not saying you just sit down and do nothing. You actually put the work in. Have you actually asked yourself that question? Because not a lot of people want to talk about this stuff. They always see the end result. But the people that get the grade, or even things going well in business, or just in general in life, right? Things when they're being successful, if you like, that's because they put a lot of consistency and work behind closed doors that they do not share. They're not going to share that because it's all behind closed doors. So all you see is, oh my gosh, this guy's got A star. Oh my gosh, this guy's got, a first class in degree. Forget about the naturally gifted, talented people. Forget about them. Okay, let's take them out. But let's just look at the normal average person. You can still do it, but you have to take the responsibility. You see, people that work every day and are consistent with what they do not complain. Do you know why? They take responsibility on themselves. They know that's their responsibility. They did not use any excuses or blame other people saying, oh, I couldn't do this because of my mom. Oh, I couldn't do this because of my friend. Oh, I couldn't do this because my teacher or my lecturer or my professor was shit. They take the responsibility on themselves and they make sure that they are consistent in their actions. Ask yourself this question: is your actions, is your work ethic to the level that is required for you to get the good grade? If it's not, then you have to reevaluate how you're doing this. The third factor is failure. Look, no one likes to fail. And when we fail, when we're not good at something, or when we didn't get the grade, we feel like we're stupid, we feel like we're dumb because it hurts us right here. But the thing you have to understand with this is that for you to get the grades, for you to be good, you have to fail. And you have to fail early, you have to fail often, and you have to fail forward. I said this before in one of my videos. You have to fail early. Let me give you an example. You're learning this module, you're learning this topic in A levels or university. Okay, cool. And then you're doing the questions. But when you're doing the questions and you check your answer, you didn't get the answer right. And you didn't get the answer right for the next few questions. In your mind, you're thinking, oh gosh, I failed. Oh, I'm not good enough. But you have to look at it this way. As opposed to saying that and thinking like, oh, I'm a failure, I'm not good, this is hard. Why don't you look at it as, where did I go wrong? What piece am I missing? What gap is there in my knowledge that I need to make sure that I redo again and I kind of, how do I say it? Cement. Why don't you look at it like that? Because you see, failure is a feedback loop that gives you a feedback loop to tell you where you're going wrong. And most people don't look at failure like that. They think that, oh gosh, if I fail, that's it, my life is over. No, it's not over. Look, for you to be successful, you have to fail. There is no success without failure. I know it sounds cliche, but that is the truth. Like, I got rejected by 40 schools. My whole life has been rejections from left and right, from left and right, from left and right. But if I looked at all of these things and say, oh, these are rejections and I'm not good enough, I wouldn't be where I am today. I took all of these rejections, all these failures, and took the feedback loop and said, okay, where am I going wrong? What can I change? What do I need to learn? How can I improve myself? So you need to ask yourself that question. When you're getting questions wrong, when you're revising and things are not going well, are you asking yourself those questions? Okay, where did I go wrong? What am I missing here? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong again and again and again? There was a comment, right? That was, I think it was about a driving test where this person failed 3 times. And for me, when I looked at that comment, I was like, okay, have you actually looked at where you went wrong? Because if you failed 3 times, there's something fundamentally wrong that you are not doing right. Does that make sense? So even with you, I would say when you're failing, embrace it. Don't look at it as a bad thing. Forget about what anyone else says. Ignore them. They're not living your life. They'll talk shit behind your back even if they want to. Ignore them, okay? You look at yourself and say, okay, I didn't get the grades. I didn't get the marks on this question. I didn't get this question right. Okay, what do I need to learn again? What do I need to revise again? How can I change my revision strategy? How can I change my understanding of the topic so I can answer this question better? Take failure and embrace it, because once you do that, you'll make sure that you will not make that mistake again. Remember, fail often, fail early and fail forward. So if you've taken value from this video, give this video a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And let me know in the comments if you like these kind of videos, because I could keep coming up with these kind of content for you to help you in your daily life. And remember, everything starts from zero. When are you going to start? Peace.